Hi, this is Dennis Mager, Education 639, video blog entry number 4. The assignment for this week was to watch two videos and talk about if there's any muddy points or things that we didn't completely understand from those videos. The first video by Dr. David Brown, he talked about plagiarism, and it was interesting going through that. I did have one issue at Liberty with plagiarism. It was not against me, but it was against another student. Early, and I can't even remember what class it was, but early into Liberty University, one of my classes, we had an assignment where we were posting things on discussion board, similar to this class with the blogs, and I had about probably a 3-paragraph write-up that I did, and later in that class we did peer reviews, and I noticed that someone took the entire 3 paragraphs and used that in their paper, and I presented it to the professor, and she seemed very hesitant to go forward with prosecuting or going forward with trying to kick the person out of the class. And I didn't want to make a big deal about it, but I did want to. She wanted me to confront the person, and I was like, I don't want to confront this person. I want this to be taken care of on a university level, and nothing really came of it, and it kind of disappointed me. I mean, I didn't want the person to get kicked out of the class, but I wanted some kind of closure of what happens if that's the case. Because so much of what, especially with group work and the peer reviews, you're putting your stuff out there, and you don't want somebody to steal it, use it, and then you later use that information, and it comes back, and you're the one that's accused of plagiarism. So that is one thing I worried about a little bit. The other question that I have is, throughout Liberty University, some of the assignments that we do are similar. So I'm wondering, if I write a paper, can I use that same paper? I probably wouldn't use the same paper, but can I use parts of it? Do I have to cite myself? That's kind of a muddy point, and I'm sure Dr. Kordoff or somebody knows the answer to that. But that always, I wondered, because first thing when I get an assignment, you look back over your other assignments, like, this kind of works, and I can use parts of this, but is there any plagiarism in that, or what's the policy on that? Through the Tyler Veek presentation, most of his stuff was pretty cut and dry. I didn't really have any questions. The one concern I had is, teaching social studies, I think the best PowerPoints are ones that are a little bit of text, pictures, and then students copy whatever text it is, and we can focus on the picture. But I'm curious, every picture that you have in a PowerPoint, do you need to have the copyright at the bottom, or do you need to cite all those at the end of your PowerPoint? Not as far as the what's it called? The fair use, education use. Does it fall under that, where I don't even have to cite it under each one? Not sure. The problem is, if you do a Bing search or a Google search for images, a bunch of images just come up, and even if you click on them, it might be some unknown website, or some of that stuff is really hard to cite. Maybe you shouldn't use it. I'm not sure, but that was also kind of one of the muddy points on me. The rest of the stuff I understood, but as far as, I show films in my class, usually just clips. I know you can do that through the Teach Act, but that was a little bit, if you're using pictures in your class in a PowerPoint, does each one of them have to have a reference? Looking forward to seeing what you guys thought were the muddy points and responding to those. Bye.